The Senate will come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Senators Bridges, Buckner,
Present.
Coleman, Cook, Coram,
Good morning.
Danielson, Danielson,
Excused.
Donovan, Fields,
Here.
Gardner, Janal, I saw her. Janal,
Excused.
Gonzalez, Hansen, Henriksen, Heisey, Holbert, Jaquez Lewis, Kirkmeyer, Kolker, Lee, Liston, Lundin, Moreno, Pedersen,
Here.
Priola, Rankin, Rodriguez, Rodriguez,
Absent.
Scott,
Whoa.
Simpson, Smallwood, Sonnenberg, Story,
Here.
Winter, Woodward, Zenzinger, Janal, Danielson, anybody? I don't see him. Mr. President,
Here. With the morning roll call is 33 present, 1 absent, 1 excused. We have a quorum. Will the good senator from Fort Collins please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, colleagues, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Henriksen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senators, I offer a haiku. I move the journal of yesterday be approved as so corrected. I move that the reading of the journal of Wednesday, March 9, 2022 be dispensed with and that the journal be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
Beautifully moved. You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and that motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly printed Senate Joint Resolution 006, correctly re-engrossed Senate Bill 009 and 103, correctly revised House Bill 1017, correctly re-revised House Bill 10173, correctly enrolled Senate Bill 14 and 102.
Committee reports.
March 9, 2022, the Committee on Finance has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends the appointments be placed on the consent calendar. Confirm members of the State Board of Equalization effective September 3, 2021 for terms expiring September 2, 2025. Martin Flom of Westminster, Colorado to serve as a representative with knowledge of property taxation. Reappointed Barbara Brewer of Grand Junction, Colorado to serve as a representative with knowledge of property taxation. March 9, 2022, the Committee on Finance has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar. Confirm members of the Advisory Committee to the Property Tax Administrator for terms expiring September 1, 2025. Rogelio Rodriguez of Arvada, Colorado to serve as a non-assessor from a county with a population over 75,000 and as a Democrat and to serve as the chair of the committee. Appointed Azarel Madrigal Chase of Alamosa, Colorado to serve as a non-assessor from the Western Slope and a Democrat. Appointed March 9, 2022, Committee on Finance. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following: Senate Bill 142 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation, with the recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. March 9, 2022, Committee on Finance. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1039 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation, with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. March 9, 2022, the Committee on Finance. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1034 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with a favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. March 9, 2022, Committee on Finance. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1024 be referred to the Committee on Appropriations. March 9, 2022, Committee on Finance. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1117 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendations. March 9, 2022, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following: Senate Bill 132 be postponed indefinitely. March 9, 2022, the Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointment be placed on the consent calendar and confirm. Member of the State Plumbing Board for a term expiring July 1, 2025, Catherine A. Donahue of West Windsor, Colorado to serve as a journeyman plumber, professional member, reappointed. March 7, 2022, the Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointment and recommends that the appointment be placed on the consent calendar. Confirm. Member of the Statewide Internet Portal Authority for a term expiring June 1, 2025, Danielle Morrill of Denver, Colorado to serve as a representative of the private sector. Appointed March 9, 2022, the Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar. Confirm. Members of the State Electrical Board for terms expiring July 1, 2024, James Selick of Denver, Colorado to serve as a general contractor actively engaged in the building industry. Reappointed Virginia Ambrose Harmon of Montrose, Colorado to serve as an electrical utility member. Appointed Thomas Richard Keel of Sterling, Colorado to serve as an electrical contractor who holds a master electrician's license. Appointed.
Will the clerk please add Senator Rodriguez and Senator Danielson to the roll? Third reading of bills. Consent calendar. Will the clerk please read the titles to all the bills on the consent calendar?
House Bill 1017 by Representatives Byrd and Roog, Senators Kokler and Liston, concerning an expansion of the excise tax exemption for alcohol beverages brought into the state.
Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the passage of the one bill on the third reading of bills consent calendar, which includes House Bill 1017.
Is there any discussion on the one bill?
Nope, just going to vote no.
Seeing none. The motion is the passage of all the bills, all of them, on the third reading of bills consent calendar. Are there any no votes on any of the bills on the third reading of bills consent calendar? Senator Hansen.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 1017.
Senator Hansen will be recorded as a no vote on all of the bills on the third reading of bills consent calendar, which is House Bill 1017. Senator Priola.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be recorded as a no vote on 1017.
Senator Priola will be recorded as a no vote on 1017. With a vote of 33 aye, 2 no, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Bill 1017 is passed. Co-sponsors. House Bill 1017. Senators Scott, Cook, the Minority Leader, Gardner, Sonnenberg, Smallwood, quorum. Second reading, Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, there's been a request to remove House Bill 1135 from the consent calendar. That will be placed at the bottom of the General Order's second reading of bills calendar.
House Bill 1135 will be pulled from the consent calendar and will appear on the bottom of the General Order second reading of bills calendar. Second, General Order second reading of bills. Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of General Order's second reading of bills.
You have heard the motion. Well, I'm not sure if you heard it, but the motion was to resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for General Order second reading of bills. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for the consideration of the General Order's second reading of bills, and Senator Zenzinger will take the chair.
The committee will come to order and the court rule is relaxed. Will the clerk please read the title to House Bill 1112?
House Bill 1112, Representatives Doherty and Senator Gonzalez, concerning the notices required pertaining to on-the-job injuries covered by workers' compensation insurance.
Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move House Bill 1112 on General Order second reading of bills and ask for an aye vote.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of House Bill 1112. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and House Bill 1112 is adopted. Will the clerk please read the title to House Bill 1135?
House Bill 1135, Representatives Snyder and Van Winkle, Senators Holbert and Rodriguez, concerning permitting the transfer of a marijuana transporter license with a change of ownership.
Minority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move House Bill 1135.
Is there any discussion? Senator Priola.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And my question is to either of the sponsors on 1135. Why was there originally a prohibition put in statute to not allow them to be transferred from med to rec?
Is there any further discussion? Senator Fields.
Yeah, my question is, what is the chain of custody as it relates to these licenships, these transfers? Is it documented somewhere?
Minority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, and part of the reason that you would probably want to vote yes on the bill if you really like the industry and want there to be better record of chain of custody to the question, then I think you would want to vote yes, because this would mean that the same entity would have both licenses. And if you don't like the industry, then I think you'd want to vote yes, because this would provide greater clarity on the chain of custody. So if you want less clarity and more transfer of ownership, more people handling the product, then I suppose that would be a reason to vote no. But thus far, I don't think anyone has, at least in this chamber.
Senator Priola.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And to either of the sponsors of 1135, was there a background check involved with the initial issuing of the transport license?
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of House Bill 1135. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the bill is adopted. Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee will rise and report.
The Senate will come to order. Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and has had a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report it has had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendation thereon: House Bill 1135, House Bill 1112, passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption of the report.
The motion is the adoption of the committee of the whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 0 excused, the committee of the whole report is adopted. House Bills 1135 and 1112 passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Consideration of House amendments. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 52?
Senate Bill 52, Senators Huckus, Lewis, and Smallwood, Representatives Mullica and Bradfield, concerning aligning medical assistance income eligibility requirements with federal law.
I'll explain it once you move it.
Oh, okay.
Once you ask me to ask.
Okay.
Senator Huckus, Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will explain why we need to do this, but we ask for a concurrence from the House. I know. Here comes the hissing.
Senator Huckus, Lewis, can you
move that? I move to concur on Senate Bill 52.
on House amendments to Senate Bill 52?
On House amendments to Senate Bill 52. Thank you, Mr. President.
Perfect. Is there any discussion? Senator Smallwood.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, this is a small technical fix that was caught mercifully by the House, and mercifully and surprisingly by the House. And it is required, if anybody wants to see the federal CHP Plus chart that shows that we actually do need to have this number in here. We're glad to take Senatorial 5 and explain it to you, but we would ask for your support and concurrence.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is that the Senate concur with House amendments to Senate Bill 52. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 0 excused, the motion is adopted. Senator Jaquez Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the repassage of Senate Bill 52 on third reading and final passage.
The motion is the repassage of Senate Bill 52. Are there any no votes?
I don't trust Jim.
With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 0 excused, Senate Bill 52 is repassed. Co-sponsors, Senate Bill 52. Consideration of governor's appointments. Will the clerk please read the appointments to the State Historical Society Board of Directors?
Members of the State Historical Society Board of Directors for terms expiring July 1st, 2024, Kathy McLean Finland of Denver, Colorado, reappointed, and Donna Lynn of Denver, Colorado, reappointed.
Senator Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the confirmation of Kathy Finland and Donna Lynn to the State Historical Society Board of Directors.
Is there any discussion? The motion is the confirmation of the governor's appointments to the State Historical Society Board of Directors. Are there any no votes? Very curious that these were not on the consent calendar. But there are no... Senator Liston, would you like to be a no vote? Well, with a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, those appointments are confirmed. Signing of bills.
March 10, 2022, the President has signed Senate Joint Resolution 005.
Announcements. Senator Hansen.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Members of Senate Appropriations, we are planning a meeting for tomorrow at 8:30. We will have 7 bills under consideration. They are listed on your calendar. I look forward to seeing Senate Appropriations at 8:30 LSB B.
Senator Donovan.
Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 1072 is scheduled to be heard in Senate Agriculture and Natural Resources Day. We are pulling that off the calendar and will be heard at a later date, and we will just do the 2 confirmation hearings.
Senator Coleman.
Thank you, Mr. President. SVMA committee was scheduled to meet today upon adjournment. We will not be hearing Senate Bill 110 today. We will lay over Senate Bill 110 to Tuesday, March 15th at 2 p.m. Thank you.
Senator Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Judiciary will be meeting this afternoon at 1:30 in Senate Committee Room 352. Senate Bill 22067 will be laid over. The other bills will be heard as scheduled.
Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to give you all a save the date. The Ag Steak Fry is back. It'll be happening the 24th. We will celebrate Ag Day here in Ag Committee. Hope to have a resolution available, but sorry, Mr. Majority Leader, I haven't had that conversation with you yet. But Ag Day will be the 24th. We will celebrate Ag Day. I want you all to know it will be a great opportunity. And this year, the steaks are being done by the Northeast Colorado cattle women. So you'll have an opportunity to join the cattle women and visit. Thank you.
Senator Sonnenberg is...
Sorry. If I said...
Senator Sonnenberg.
Did I say April? No, it's March 24th. Couple weeks. March 24th. Put that on your calendar in that evening. Thank you.
Further announcements. Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Transportation and Energy Committee will be meeting 15 minutes upon adjournment, and we will be hearing 3 bills. See you soon.
Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate recess until 10:15 a.m. Colleagues, you do not need to return. We just have a few bills that we may be reading across the desk.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the Senate will recess until 10:15 a.m. today.